Smacking, cracking, and watching. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. Narcos season 3, episode 8. This episode is called Convivir. Live with it. The paranoia settling in. The guy Diego, who was down with Pablo in season 1 and 2. He crossed some folks in different seasons. He's back. I feel like every scene with this guy, he's always eating food. I'm just saying. Pena's in bed with this guy. It's his only way in, and he's using it. Everyone wants that one thing. Everybody wants to get out of jail free card because that's just going to show you. They know they're going to get caught up. They're so good and they're so known and they're making so much money and such a loud bang. They know it's coming. It's just a matter of time. They all are going to have to go to jail eventually. They just want that ability to pass go. It's like reverse Monopoly or something. David uses anyone or anything that is, I would say anyone. David uses anyone that Jorge has been friendly with to be used against him. Anything Jorge likes, David's plan is to destroy it in front of Jorge so Jorge can feel some type of way about it and endure the pain. It's crazy. He's sick. David's sick. Jorge is at risk at this point, and he knows it. Gilberto is blaming Miguel for how the family is going downhill at this point. He's blaming his brother. Miguel, and you know what? Miguel is over his brother ordering him. He's tired of being disrespected. He's like, you know what? This is my time. They busted my house down. They come in here and they destroy my home. They take my books. When that book was gone, everything was out. It's just a matter of time before they get someone to decode it. Palomari, where are you? Jorge has to report to David now. The straight connector Miguel is no more, which is crazy because how are you going to know where he's going to be now? You don't know that itinerary. You don't know the plan. You don't know the next step. And David is one step ahead of you. He's getting closer. The paranoia kicked in on Jorge, so Jorge dropped that recorder in the front seat under like a sweater, and he left. David was in his car, so he knew if he left it recording, he would be able to catch some of that tea. And sure enough, David's talking stuff about him, his family, the wife, how he wants to basically get rid of her, how he feels he's a snitch. Jorge, what you gonna do, bruh? I feel like, will Jorge just get a weapon and just blast David? Is that how David's going to go out? In the end, it has to be Chepe. And Palomari's the next one to get shot up. David, I don't know. I just really wanted to go David versus Jorge in the battle. Because both of them have to go before the season is up, right? Jorge goes to the security spot with all the albums that dangle outside near the water, right? Who's at the door? Gringo gets in the car, and I'm like, oh snap. And then I was double oh snap because he had the gun under the seat. You better be ready. You know what's going down now. You know you have to arm yourself, protect yourself, because these fools, they know. And snitches don't get hugs. Palomari's wife is dumb, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Enrique called his brother. I knew he was gonna do it, but I thought he was smarter than that. Did he not trust the word of Jorge when he said who he was in bed with? You called him anyway. You know you're getting traced, you goofball. Then he tells them that Jorge is DEA. Whoa. Christina. It took so much work to get her that I'm just saying, was it really worth it just to get Franklin to talk? Y'all were willing to go through this whole process. Really? Like, how much money did that cost? How much budget was wasted on this whole rescue mission? That's crazy. They're jumping out of planes. They got night vision. You getting in bed with some of the filthiest people in there to get in bed with. All of this so you can work Franklin to get him to talk so he can see that his wife is okay. Miguel. So they got Enrique tied up. Bloody afro is complete mess. Just all kinds of detangling needs to be happening. I'm just saying. They asked Jorge. Miguel asked Jorge, man to man, face to face. He says, are you basically an informant? And Jorge's like, that's absurd. He has that beeper that was in the trunk, right? And he ends up, nobody was paging him. They weren't trying to help him. You gotta think about it. Chris and Daniel weren't beefing him, paging him, telling him any updates. He had to think fast. What am I gonna do? Get caught with it in my trunk? I'm gonna put it on him. punches him, and he's so slick that all they're looking at is the violence. They're not looking at the plot. And he puts it on him. He puts the pager on him. Sky pager, American, high tech. David Bogus. Puts the bag on his head. He did. Bye-bye. Franklin's in the jail. He didn't got at the phones. I don't know why he went for the phone number 5. Whether he was at phone number 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, he was gonna get got. It is what it is. Once they knew for sure that girl was with them, he was dead, and they poked him up, man. That was nasty. What y'all think about that scene? Did you see it coming? So the crackhead, aka Christina, knows what's going on. Knows her husband is basically no more. She calls Pena POS, a piece of. He always has girl problems, I swear. What do we find out at the end? The innocent one in a suit, the young one, intelligent one, the lawyer, the son of the number 1. He gets business done. He constructed that hit and kept on eating his dinner. Franklin's adios in jail. Wow. Y'all ready for the next episode? I'm going to go ahead on and I'm going to give this episode an 8.9. 8.9. Let's get to the next one.